I think it's more easier to understand. Simply let me say about a simple insert procedure, how it is done, then we'll understand how other things are done. Here we have for the external for the storage, first we check for the external, if external storage is available, otherwise we get the internal storage. This for the export codes are also written in this class. So these are create, drop. Okay, yeah, here we do db.query, and this is unique false, then we get from table, and if we put all null, then if we put this null, then we'll get it's similar to select star, select asterisk. Otherwise we can do it in this way. Instead of this null, we can write new string column, and then which columns do we need. For now we have selected all the column, and this cursor, if this cursor is filled, then we move to first row, and then we return the cursor. And this for the retrieval of the database. And for the insert, here we have db.insert, and similarly for this, for check, it's a select query, and for update we have db.update. So these are this is done for every insert or select, insert, update, delete commands. And here we have for backup, if 0, then the backup is false. If 1, then the attendance is exported to remote server. If 2, the attendance is exported to SD card. Once the attendance is exported to SD card, we append the backup status with 2. And similarly, if it is exported to remote server, then we append it to 1. And if it's 0, then it's the attendance data that has not been backed up. So this is the basic basic rule that has been followed in this application. So I think in the after backup, we update the backup status to 0, 1, or 2 according to where it has been backed up. Not 0. 0 is by default, so we update to 1 or 2. We update the backup status to 1 or 2. And so here we have the different we have one class, exporter class, for this XML export, and then for CSV export too. So this we have already done, and log into. Then this my location, it is under consideration. It's being done by me, and reader we have already covered. And so the interesting one, we have settings. We in settings I have already said that we have used shared preferences. So we save any files to shared preferences, and we retrieve from those shared preferences. When the application, when the settings file is open, then we get different settings, and then we display to the form. Here we get the settings and display to the form, display to the XMLs that the users are able to see. So how do we save the settings? When we click the back button, we get different values from the form, and here we take different values from the reader for backup mode, and for either delete attendance record or not. Then get settings for CSV, save export to CSV or not. And then get server address for web service, up to this we have defined different strings or variables, or strings, booleans, or other suitable variables to get the settings. Then here we save the settings, either put boolean, put int, put string, and then we will finally commit. In this way we have saved our settings, and we can here we have the tabs for settings. These codes are necessary. So here's on backup export delete check. If in the settings, if the checkbox is checked, then we make the toast and display. If it is checked, then we say that your data will be saved. If it is unchecked, then your data will not be saved, and so on. So here's the sync time with server. It gets the time from the remote server, and it displays the time, and for now it says the user to set the specified time. So how do we get the settings? Yeah, if settings contains this reader in shared preferences, then we get the reader from the saved shared preferences, and similarly for we get the different values for other settings too. And here we have the spot check, and for spot check currently we have here we have different tabs, and then we have the add question to database, and then we have the list view to select question. Here the tricky part is that we have checkbox. So here I have created a grid layout with one checkbox. Currently I am trying hard to manage it, but something it's not done for now. This and once this list view with checkbox is done, our spot check will also be finished. So I think I have covered all the part of our application, and currently the things that are especially consuming time are location and the grid and the list view with checkbox. So I'll be doing that. Okay, I think it has been a pretty lengthy video. Okay, I think you have got the basic overview of how the course have been arranged and done. Please suggest if any modifications to the coding ways or patterns need to be done for improvement. Your every suggestion will be heartily welcome. Okay, now this much now for this video. Thank you.